Welcome to Sumner School Business Immigration Basics. My name is Emily Sumner with Sumner Immigration Law, and today we're continuing our series on the E-visa classification. Today we're talking about the E-2 visa classification, just the high-level overview of the basics. You may remember from our last video that one of the key requirements is that there be a treaty in place between the United States and the country that you are a citizen or national of. Another requirement is that the company that you're investing in has to be owned at least 50% or more by nationals, a national or nationals of that treaty company. You have to have invested or be actively investing in the company. That means that your funds that you're investing in the company have to be at risk. There has to be a possibility that you would lose those funds if the company fails. In addition, you have to show where the funds come from. You have to show that they come from a lawful source, and you have to show the origin of those funds, the source of those funds. You have to show that the enterprise is real and operating. That doesn't mean that you have to show that you have a fully operational company with dozens of employees. Instead, you have to show that you're actively taking steps to get to the point where the company is actually at that point running fully in the United States. So it depends on the particular facts of your situation. The investment has to be substantial. The Department of State often uses what's called a proportionality test, which means they'll look at the cost of purchasing the company or starting up the company, depending on what your plan is. And of that amount, of that initial cost to purchase or start up a company, what percentage or what amount are you investing? So if you are purchasing a company for $1 million, for example, then the percentage of that $1 million that you have to invest, of course, is going to be less than if you're purchasing or starting up a company where the cost is, let's say, around $50,000. The investment has to be more than marginal. That is, you have to show that either now or in the future, the company will produce more than a marginal living or amount for you and your family to live on. And finally, you have to show that you as the E-2 investor will be actively developing and directing the company. Passive investments are not permissible in this particular visa classification. The other thing to keep in mind that can be a really cool use of the E-2 visa is if you have a company that qualifies for the E-2, you can bring E-2 employees over. So this is not necessarily a person who's investing in the company, but you can bring over E-2 employees who are managers or supervisors or essential employees of the company. That can be a great alternative to the L visa classification, for example. The E-2 employees that you bring over do have to have the same nationality. In our next video, we'll cover some of the logistics of the E-1 and E-2, including where you apply for the visa or how to extend the duration, that type of thing. If you have not already, please subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, I'm Emily Sumner.